1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumera Kamal. The headlines first. Prime Minister will virtually deliver the policy address at the 76th session of UN General Assembly on Friday, outlining Pakistan's perspective on key regional and global issues. President says elections through electronic voting machines will increase the voters' confidence and reduce complaints about the process. A varied duration national anti-polio campaign began across the country today. Interior Minister says Pakistan wants repatriation of over 3 million Afghan refugees to their homeland after establishment of peace in the war-torn country. A renowned American broadcaster, Beck, has acknowledged Prime Minister Imran Khan for his initiative in saving the people in Afghanistan and putting humanities before politics. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Hurriyat organizations have expressed serious concern over renaming major institutions and roads after the slain personnel of Indian policy, army, paramilitary forces, as well as pro-India politicians. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan will deliver the virtual policy address at the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly on Friday, outlining Pakistan's perspective on key regional and global issues. The session of UN General Assembly is beginning in New York from tomorrow. In a statement today, Foreign Office spokesperson Asim Iftikhar said Pakistan has always played an active and constructive role in the United Nations framework and supported the organization in the effective discharge of its mandate for addressing various regional and global issues as well as contemporary challenges. He said the Prime Minister's policy address will serve to enhance Pakistan's diplomatic outreach and engagement with its international partners and key institutions. He said this reflects Pakistan's abiding commitment to multilateralism and affirmation of the United Nations' central role in the maintenance of international peace and security, promotion of sustainable development, and respect for human rights worldwide. Foreign Minister Shah Qureshi left for New York today to attend the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly. During his visit, he will participate in various high-level meetings and side events and also deliver a talk at the prestigious think tank Council on Foreign Relations. The Foreign Minister will hold bilateral meetings with his counterparts and the UN leadership. He will also interact with a cross-section of the international media and meet the dynamic Pakistani-American community. Advisor to the Prime Minister on Parliamentary Affairs, Babar Ewan, has said a joint parliamentary committee will be formed to evolve consensus on electoral reforms. He was further addressing a news conference along with the Minister for Railways, Azam Khan Swati, in Islamabad today. He said a motion will be tabled in National Assembly authorizing the Speaker and the Chairman's Senate to constitute the committee. The advisor said opposition parties should tell the nation as to why they are scared of EVMs. Speaking on the occasion, Minister for Railways Azam Khan Swati said the government is committed to install a system to ensure uncontroversial and fair elections in 2023. He said law regarding the use of electronic voting machines will be passed from Parliament soon. President Dr. Arif Alvi says the elections through electronic voting machines will prove helpful in increasing the voters' confidence and reducing complaints about the process. In a tweet, he said the use of EVMs in the Philippines increased voter confidence and phenomenally reduced election petitions as well as cases of violence. The president said our electronic voting system is stronger and it will support the electronic count. Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid Ahmed has said Pakistan wants repatriation of over 3 million Afghan refugees to their homeland after establishment of peace and stability in the war-torn country. Talking to media persons in Islamabad today, he said there is neither new refugee camp established in Pakistan nor more refugees have been received. The Interior Minister said the borders of Pakistan are completely secured. Sheikh Rashid Ahmed said Pakistan has helped in evacuation of 16,000 people, including diplomats and representatives of IMF and World Bank from Afghanistan. He said India is resorting to propaganda against Pakistan following failure of its machinations in Afghanistan. A varied duration national anti-polio campaign began across the country today. During the drive, over 40 million children below 5-year age will be administered drops of vaccination to protect them from the disease. The tax-free trade activities on Pakistan-Iran border crossing near Taftan in Sheghai district resumed today. According to official resources, the zero point remained closed for almost 6 months and local traders had been demanding its reopening. This is Radio Pakistan. American broadcaster Glenn Beck has said that no other global leader but Prime Minister Imran Khan took an initiative to leverage his position in saving the people in Afghanistan and putting humanities before politics. In a series of tweets, he said Imran Khan's leadership of placing humanity before politics is a great example of interfaith cooperation bridged by the shared value of human compassion. He said that it was Prime Minister Imran Khan who immediately responded to their requests and acted on his willingness to assist. He said Imran Khan's tireless leadership, supported by the military and civilian sources of Pakistan, enabled the first 2 flights to depart Mazar-e-Sharif with the FIFA female athletes and their families on board. Glenn Beck stressed that the United States should collectively recognize Pakistan's assistance at this juncture. He said, "We will not forget his support that has enabled America and his allies to make good on their promises to those that helped them without any pause." In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference and other Hurriyat organizations have said that Modi-led fascist Indian government, in pursuit of Hindutva agenda, has started renaming major institutions and roads after the slain personnel of Indian police, army and paramilitary forces, as well as pro-India politicians in the territory. In their separate statements today, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference and Hurriyat organizations termed the move as a brazen attempt to rob occupied territory of its Muslim identity, culture and civilization. Hurriyat leaders urged the international community to prevent the Indian government from pursuing its nefarious agenda of changing the demography of Jammu and Kashmir. In India, thousands of farmers continue protests and staged sittings against controversial black agricultural laws passed by Modi government. Talking to international media, farmers like Bapu Nashtar Singh said the laws are an attempt to erode a long-standing minimum support price for their crops assured by the government and will enable a few corporations to control vast agriculture sector. Thousands of farmers, mainly from Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh states, marched on their tractors, motorbikes and on foot to New Delhi to put pressure on the government to repeal black laws. They were stopped from entering the capital and now they have established camps outside New Delhi. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has warned China and the United States to avoid a new Cold War, imploring 2 major powers to repair their completely dysfunctional relationship. In an interview to Associated Press, he urged the world's 2 major economic powers to cooperate on climate and negotiate more robustly on trade and technology, even given persisting political fissures about human rights, economics, online security and sovereignty in the South China Sea. In Russia, 8 people were killed and several others injured in a shooting incident at a university campus in Perm City today. According to initial investigations, the shooter was a student who has been detained. Ukraine began joint military exercises with United States and NATO troops from today at a time when Russia and Belarus have been holding large-scale drills. In a statement, a Ukrainian Defense Ministry spokesperson said 4,000 Ukrainian troops and 2,000 foreigners are participating in the Rapid Trident 2021 drill due to run until 1st of next month. And finally, the weather. Rain with wind and thunder shower is expected at isolated places in Islamabad, Upper Punjab, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan, southeastern Sindh and Kashmir during the next 12 hours. However, hot and humid weather is likely to prevail in most plain areas of the country. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio Pakistan News Official.